very proud of us for coming back here and making new memories, and we're always going to remember those who weren't as fortunate as we were on that day.
This is the first time that Stratham's Susan Marsh and her boys have been back to the scene of the Boston Marathon bombings.
And I spend a lot of time wondering, why were we the lucky ones?
10 years ago, this marathon running mom was just a mile away from the finish line when the first bomb went off. Her boys were directly across the street.
Obviously, we were very fortunate to be on this side of the street and not the other side. I think you have to just be thankful, honestly. Yeah, just someone was looking out for you that day.
It's emotional to look back at those.
That day back in 2013 started as one of the best ever. Susan was running with a charity team in her third Boston Marathon, and her boys, ages 9, 11, and 13, made signs to cheer her on. Husband away on business, her sister and parents brought the boys into the city to root for their mom, alongside Susan's friend and her son. Susan's months of fundraising had paid off. She had earned prime VIP seats in the bleachers for her family right at the finish line.
So I was especially excited because I'm like, they're going to be literally right there. I can reach out and touch them when I cross the finish line. So knowing that made it even more exciting.
When Susan hit mile 25 and was closing in on the finish, the first blast went off just feet from her family.
I saw holes and kind of shattered glass in the buildings, but I thought originally that was some sort of fireworks that went off. And then when the second one went off, that's when everyone really, started scrambling.
Immediately there was a lot of panic in the crowd. Everyone was moving around, screaming.
Honestly, there was a lot of smoke and debris. It was hard to tell what was going on across the street, even though we were so close. We did see people lying down on the road, who I think were just hit with the force of the blast. Even if they weren't hit with something, I think, it was enough force to really knock you down.
Seconds later, Susan, who had no idea what had happened, was approached by an officer.
And he said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but you're not going to be able to finish." And I thought, well, he doesn't know me very well, so I'm going to go around him, and I am going to finish because my family's on the bleachers waiting for me. So I did go around him, and I got stopped by a second police officer who said, "You're really not going to finish. This marathon is over." He said, "We've had to shut it down because 2 explosions have been detonated at the finish line." I just dropped to my knees at that point, and I just prayed a lot. And I made a lot of promises that day. But I just knew that I was going to get up and keep on walking. I mean, there's nothing stronger than a mother's love, right?
Obviously, it was a pretty surreal experience for us, but it was a life-changing experience for other families.
I said, if they're okay, I will just be the best mom that I can be. And it would be hours and many miles before I knew they were okay.
Weeks later, Susan was awarded a marathon medal.
Very emotional and very special that I was able to get that.
The events of that day have had a lasting impact on all of them, but particularly Susan's youngest son, Charlie.
Just any loud noises just put a lot of fear in me. To this day, fireworks still affect me a little bit.
Susan lost her love for running that day and hasn't done a marathon since. But as the 10-year anniversary approached, she made the decision to run Boston again.
Together we're strong, and together we can do anything. So.
Sporting some new marathon yellow race day sneaks, Susan will have a special partner on the route. Her oldest, PJ, will be joining her.
Seeing how strong she was that day and then her deciding she wanted to do it again, I knew that it's something I wanted to be part of. It gives her a reason to come down to Boston and hang out. So it's been really great.
Honestly, I just want these guys to never live in fear. And so we're coming back to face our fears and to do it again. And I just want them to live their best lives.
I think it's amazing that they are doing this 10 years later. And I think this is the best way to do it, best way to move forward.
Her middle child, Sam, is studying abroad in London, but her husband and Charlie will be along the route offering support.
I'm proud of him for coming back because I know it's going to bring back some memories.
This mother and son are running for the same charity that Susan was supporting a decade ago, the McCourt Foundation, which funds research for neurological diseases. Susan has a personal connection to the cause.
I wish I didn't, but I have a very dear friend who is losing her battle with a neurological disease, and she's only 59. So on Marathon Day, I'm certainly going to be keeping her in my thoughts.
As they tackle Heartbreak Hill, she knows the memories will come flooding back.
Our prayers were answered, but there are other families whose prayers weren't answered that day, and my heart breaks for them.
She's looking forward to completing the marathon with PJ and feels making it across the finish line will be a new start.
Hopefully we're going to create some new and happy memories together as a family that we can focus on.